Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be doing a fairly simple project, working on my wife's car here. I'm going to be installing a battery trickle charger / maintainer. So my wife recently started working from home, and I noticed that when this car sits for a period of time without being driven, the battery tends to drain down enough to where it doesn't want to start. Now, I assumed that there was some kind of parasitic draw on this thing, to which there still may be, but I went through and tested every single circuit on this car, and I found no parasitic draw. But upon further research, it seems as though these Dodge Journeys are kind of notorious for this very issue. So my only logical solution would be to install an onboard trickle charger / maintainer, such as you would on your motorcycle or boat. That way, every time she's done driving it, all she has to do is come up, plug it in, and boom, battery stays topped off, and I don't have to worry about a battery going dead constantly and eventually just trashing the battery to where I got to replace it every 4 to 6 months. So let's get into it. So for those of you wondering why I'm jacking the car up to put in a battery maintainer, it's because the Dodge Journey puts the battery here in the front wheel well. Much like the 2006 Chrysler Sebring I used to own. Same place. Not such a great design if you ask me, having to take the wheel off just to replace the battery, or I should say get at the battery. Always use a jack stand, guys. Don't ever trust your life to a hydraulic jack that could fail. And as you see, I like to give it a little shake test to make sure it's actually going to hold. So some of this will be a little tricky to show you guys, much like when I did the rear brakes on this thing, but I'll do my best. Essentially, I had to get these out here so I can get this whole panel out because the battery's right behind here. I tell you, this style keeper for holding these things in has yet to ever impress me. You know, I feel like it's a good idea. It's good in theory, but these things are a nightmare to get out every time. They never want to come out easy. So it's a struggle every time. So by all means, if somebody knows a trick for getting these things out easier, drop a comment because I'd love to hear it. I usually end up breaking a couple of these things each time and then have to replace them. They're just, I said, they don't want to come out easy, and I don't know what the solution is here, because it's this little peg that pushes into the center here of the retainer, but it doesn't. You can see it doesn't want to move. You think that as you pry on it like this, you should just pop right out. kind of like that's starting to do. That's my mic. Yeah, I don't know. There. So there we go. I don't know if you can see that. So that little pin presses into the middle here, and it wedges this apart to hold it in. You know, like I said, I feel like it's a good idea in theory. It just, I don't know, they don't work that well for being removable easily. I won't bore you guys with the rest of them being taken out. We'll fast forward to me getting all those out, and then we'll pick back up on the panels off. Okay guys, that was a bit of a struggle, but I finally got that panel off, as you can see right there, and finally got access to our battery. So we can get on to the next part now. So guys, this is the one I went with, the Noco Genius 2D. As you can see, it's a 12 volt, 2 amp trickle charger, which then switches over to maintaining the battery once the battery is fully topped off. I went with this one because it had the best reviews on Amazon, and it's 100% automatic. So there's no picking the voltage or anything like that, and it automatically switches over. I don't know if you can see if the light is shining right. That's what she looks like. So we'll get her open. We'll start mounting it. Thought before I go to install this, I'll show it a little bit here. You can see it's not very big. And then each side has got a 24-inch cord on it. Obviously, this is the side that you plug into an outlet. And this is the side that hooks up to the battery. And on the positive side, they got a little inline fuse. If I spin this right away, you can see here, it's a 4 amp fuse. Hopefully I never pop that fuse. I don't know what would cause it to pop, but because it's so close to the end of the battery terminal, that would mean once again having to pop that compartment open to get at it, which would not be fun. So I guess we'll start installing it now. So my plan, whether it be a good one or not, is to take this nut off the terminal clamp here and then place the eyelet behind that nut and then tighten it back down. This is the positive side, as you can see. And come over. Boy, it's really hard to show. Okay, really hard to show. Same thing here. This is the negative side. Take that nut off and put the eyelet behind that. So I got the positive side mounted right here, just like I said I was going to. But on the negative side, this is a negative clamp. This bolt here is not where I want to put it. I want to put it on this one, which is like the main stud, where the cable here actually hooks up to. So I just want to take some sandpaper and clean up the electrical contact surfaces just to get a good ground. So that's what I'm going to do here. Just like that, we got her mounted. Now I just got to get this back on the battery post. And the clamp is tightened back down on the battery post. So now he's got to find a good place to mount this. It does come with this nice little mount, and it does even come with 2 screws, but I don't know that I want to screw it in. I might just zip tie it to something. And what I'm thinking is that I want the cord here to kind of sneak out through this little area here by the headlight. Maybe have it right here, kind of like you would for a block heater or something. So I'm going to see if what I can figure out on that. So I think I decided I'm going to mount it on this little thing here. That's just the air scoop there that goes down into the air filter box. I don't actually know what this little thing off to the side is. It's just capped on the end. It doesn't seem to do anything, so it should be fine to mount it like that right there. I'm only going to zip tie this on under here, so I can always move this later if I have to. There's not really a great deal of options for places to mount it under here, so I figured this was as good a place as any. But I don't know. I feel like this should work fairly decent. Time will tell. As long as I can get the zip tie fairly tight, it shouldn't move. Which I got that pretty tight, so. Give the old tail on the zip tie a snip here. Get the excess off. I have to spin her real quick to do that. There we go. Now, all I gotta do is undo the Velcro here. Slide that puppy in there. Just like so. I'll bring you guys in closer so you can see this. Look at that. I think that looks pretty good. And the excess wire down there, it's hard to see. I got to twist tied up. Same with, if you can see on that, got a little twist tie on her. Keep everything nice and neat. As neat as we can anyways. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good place. Now I think it's time to try it out. And if you see, I got the little excess here sticking out here. So it's time to try it out now. We'll get ready to plug this in. Let me show you. So if you see, it went red first, then green, and then it showed the little power symbol there. And now it just flashes red slowly until the battery is fully topped off. And then that light will just go green for maintenance mode. So I'd say everything is working as it should be. I'd call that a success. And essentially this is what it'll look like. Just a plug sticking out right there by the corner of the headlight. I don't think that's too bad. It's rather inconspicuous for the most part. Like I said, it's much like a block heater cord sticking out. And I guess for those of you who don't know what a block heater is, for those of us that live here in a cold climate, essentially in one of the frost ports on the side of your engine block, you'll have a little heater that goes in there with a cord that comes out just like that in the front. And you plug it in and it keeps the antifreeze warm going throughout the block so that your car can start up when it's real cold out. But anyways, guys, this is where I'm going to wrap this video up. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you guys did like it, do me a favor and give her a thumbs up. And maybe share it with someone else that you think might get a kick out of a video like this. But until then, I'll catch you guys on the next one.